bring to the side, and what's it like to see him back in Test cricket again?
Yeah, look, firstly, obviously, congratulations to Pat. It's been a long time, and look, he's been working his backside off to get his body right, for one, and it was great to see him come back and play the Shield game the other day and bowl well. We know he's got a lot of pace, which he would definitely bring in. That's one thing that we always talk about. You always got to have someone who's a spearhead quick, and that's always been, I think, the Australian approach. And we know he's got that firepower. So look, I'm really excited for him, and the team can't wait for him to get over here.
So should Virat and India be embarrassed about some of the carry-on that's happened off the field since the game finished?
Yeah, look, all I can say is I can only speak on behalf of our Australian cricket team, and the way that we approach the game and approach the off-fields. I'd be pretty upset if one of our players or staff did that. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of niggles here and there around certain things, and I think a few people just got out of hand, and I think everyone's reined it back in again.
What about you personally? Does the lack of consistency from the ICC annoy you, given what you've been done for the past compared to what they didn't get booked for?
Look, it is what it is. I've moved on from what's happened in the past, and look, at the end of the day, we just all ask for consistency, and that's all we can ask for. And it's in the ICC's hands. It's not out of my control. Look, I've been there before, as you said, but I've moved on from that.
Do you get tempted to get into it when, like, does the old
Yes.
the old days sort of get stuck in down the bottom, and you want to have a bit of a pop yourself, but you hold back?
Look, it's always in the back of my mind. I always get a bit frustrated, but look, I deserved what happened. So at the end of the day, if someone else deserves that, then it's up to the ICC. So yeah, I'll just sit back and watch and just laugh.
What are you doing about Ashwin? He's got you a few times, hasn't he, in Test cricket? He's a very good bowler, fastest 250 wickets. Are you working on something in the nets? Or?
9 times now, I think. I think if a bowler bowls at one end for the whole day at you, I think you're going to succumb to one of the bowlers. So credit to him. He's got me a couple of times. Poor error of judgment as well from my behalf.
Switch hitting looks like an option against him with where he's bowling to you, where he's troubling you.
Yeah, the last test I was contemplating that. I tried to play a reverse sweep. The only concern for me was the variable bounce, and that's always the challenging thing, because if you miss that and you switch it, you can still be given out LB, but if you reverse, you can't. So you got to be careful. I know in my mind, if I play one shot, he'll change something, and then I know if he tries something, then I'm thinking in the back of my mind, how am I going to score? And that's the way that I think, and that's credit to him. And that as I said, he's a fantastic bowler. He's got a lot of wickets in his backyard, and I've got to respect that.
Sorry, does that, you guys are always stuck with what stays in the field happens in the field. Does that video annoy you? Ashwin and Pujara bragging about sledging, and this is what I said, and the umpire came over and I kept sledging.
Not really. It's just basically a rule of the cricketing world, that you just keep everything on the field. But if they want to take it off the field, that's up to themselves. From our point of view as a player, we'll probably never do that.
Does Pujara need to sort of shut up when the actual ball's about to be bowled? You can sledge in cricket, but
yeah. Look, at the end of the day, you don't really take much notice of it. When you first get out there, everyone's talking, so you can't really understand what they're saying anyway. But yeah, when you've got 4 or 5 men around the bat constantly, you're going to hear some kind of stuff, but half the time I don't even understand.
Dave, in a couple of months, your bats are only going to be good for firewood. How do you feel about that?
Like every other cricketer in the world as well. So, we're just going to have to adapt to the changes, and what, the ball will still go the same distance, the ball will still go to the fence, and we're still going to get our 1s and 2s, and the odd nick might not carry this time.
Did you think your DRS dismissal in the second innings was incorrect? Did you have a look at it afterwards? It seemed like there was some footage that showed it.
I did have a look at it, and I had to chuckle to myself, but at the end of the day, if from where I stood, it looked like it wasn't out, but they always say that there's a bit of an error here and there. So, unless, we can see that when you're out there, we would like to see that. But, yeah, they say that there's a bit of an error, so we just have to accept that.